variables and arrays. Firstly, please subscribe to stay updated. The fundamental basic truth of programming is to understand that we can put some data into a variable, into a box, and this data will be stored there until we make a change and put there something new. We also discussed variable types. Perhaps you can move over there so you could see the board better, and I would not turn around all the time. Thanks. For example, we have a variable box. It equals to 1. And another variable, box 2. It equals 1. We have different types of variables and different types of data. In this example, into the variable box we put 1 without quotation marks. Variable box 2 we put 1 with quotation marks. What's the difference? Whatever we have in quotes is a text. Without quotes is a number. Numbers can be added. Texts can be added too. If we add numbers 1 plus 1, we get 2. If we add texts, then we have this result. Some programming languages help us see this difference because in them variable types must be declared from the very beginning, explicitly. Which means you must declare them, and in this case, before the name of the variable we shall have, for instance, int to show that this one is a number, and text to show that this one is of the text type. JavaScript and PHP do not require declaration of variable types. This is why a good practice of programming suggests that we should add prefixes before the variable names, symbols to indicate what these variables contain, I for integer or str for string, whatever you want to make it convenient for you. I told you that today we will discuss arrays. In the real life, not many things exist in singular. As a single object that can be put into one variable. In our reality, we are surrounded by multitudes, numerous objects of the same type. In this room, we are a multitude of people. In programming, multitudes are called arrays. We can imagine an array as a... If I compared a variable to a box, a small box, then an array is a cupboard with many boxes. You can open any of them and put there something. At this stage, it is important for you to understand this concept. We have a structure, a big cupboard. We have boxes in this cupboard. We can store something in those boxes. We can put something in the first box or in the 21st one, or in all of them, one after another. If we lack boxes, we can add more. If we have extra boxes, we can throw them away. Everything is very flexible, we can do whatever we need. But all these boxes are united into one cupboard. It is called an array. Does it make sense? Let's have some real examples. Imagine we have some structure, a database for an address book. A single item of this address book will include, obviously, a serial number, then a name, then last name, a phone number. One single item in our address book will consist of the following variables: the serial number, the name, the last name, and the phone, and probably some notes. But no address book contains one record only. That is why we will have many records, as many as we wish. Each of them will hold one such structure. The entire address book is an array. It's enough for today for you to understand it. Let us see another practical case. We have a book. We can divide it into chapters. Chapters comprise our first array. Each chapter, in its turn, can be split into pages. That is the array of the second level. Each page can be split into lines. It's the third level. What can we split each line into? Words, yes, words. This is level 4, and each word into letters. This is level 5. Well, we shall not split letters. So we have a book divided into chapters. Each chapter is split into pages. Each page is split into lines, and so on and so on. We have a multi-dimensional array, or the structure which in every box contains a cupboard, and in every box of the cupboard it holds a smaller cupboard, and so on, smaller, smaller, and smaller. What actions can we do with arrays? Something to take out or to put inside. Great. In order to take something out of this box, we have to address this box somehow. I must say or indicate that I'm going to do something with this box precisely inside the entire cupboard. Firstly, they are numbered. They are numbered with the leading 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I write var book, I define the entire array. When I say book and in square brackets number 2, which of the boxes from left to right would it be? The third, this one. So yeah, firstly they are numbered. Then we said, when we defined which of the items we want to address, we can say something like this. Equals some text. Thus we have now put some value into the box number 2. Once more, it all depends on the programming language. Some languages require memory allocation for the entire array at the beginning. If we have memory allocated for only 3 elements, adding of the fourth one is not possible, because in order to do so we have to allocate a bigger chunk of memory and then copy everything. JavaScript and PHP are much simpler. We define an array, even an empty one, then we can address any of its elements, and memory is allocated automatically when needed. What else can we do with arrays? Move, make them bigger or smaller, and we can add a new element. We can remove an existing one. Regarding removing can be done in 2 ways. When we threw away the content of this cell, but the cell itself remains. Simply speaking, it is empty. Alternatively, we can remove the cell and the other cells take its place, and everything has to shift. In this case, numbering is affected too. Number 5 becomes 4. Likewise, if we want to insert something in the middle, all is moved. You have to understand this. Different languages for different situations have different operators. You can review, read, and learn them. Now I want you to understand. Inserting of something into the cupboard between existing boxes is possible through changing the content of this box or through putting there a new one and the rest must move. The same is with removing. Either an empty item is left or not. You have to remember it. Often it causes mistakes and problems if you forget about it. What other actions can be done on erase? Most obvious. Delete. Okay, everything can be deleted. What else? Some values can be changed. Possible. What else? Read. Yes, read, write. But I'm hinting at something different. Imagine an array of letters A, C, D, X, B, Y. What can be done with this array? Sorting, exactly. Often it makes sense to split something into an array in order to sort it. The good news is that we have absolutely no need to think about sorting algorithms. You might have heard or read about bubble methods or something else. There are quite a few of them. They all can make you completely mad. You have to know that any programming language has ready-made functions for efficient array sorting, so you only need to use them. Please subscribe to stay updated.